as the wheels turn. Every Thursday night we pedaling as the wheels turn. Racing through the streets and through the hills as the wheels turn. Every Thursday night we pedaling as the wheels turn. Streaming live we turn on us, so yes.
Good night, everyone. Welcome to As the Wheels Turn for our 126th show tonight, Andrew. It is quite a interesting week we've had. Quite a somber spirit here in the studio tonight. Andrew has asked me to take over host tonight for the show. As he has some fun memories that he's going to share with the viewers and us about Mr. Banks. So quite a it's going to be quite an interesting show tonight. A lot of emotions, but we are going to remember our dear friend, in a very positive way, of course, and we'll share that with you guys. But again, the show will continue as Mr. Banks would want us to continue. It's the 126th edition, Andrew, and this show will definitely be a memorable show and one for the history books. As we start off, I'd like to say good night to you.
Good night.
Good night to George and Lex and our team. We will start by discussing quickly some of the race results and some cycling activity that's been happening here this week. However, our main focus tonight will be Mr. WILBERT Banks, remembering the fun times that we've had with him, and his contribution to of course you and your family and the cycling community on a whole, right? So
I think you would want to do a moment of silence.
Absolutely.
So
yeah, I would like to urge the viewers then to join us in a short moment of silence for Mr. Banks. We will start that now. Thank you very much.
Thanks
a lot. Again, it's not going to be our usual jovial show tonight. However, we do have that spirit still burning inside of us, as we affectionately call him, Yellow. He would love for us to continue the spirit, because he was a very kind, humble, quiet gentleman, but he definitely had that fire and passion inside of him as well, Andrew. So I will turn over to you now, Andrew, and so we can kind of kick this show off, and we'll get into some quick race results, right?
Right, yeah.
Okay.
So just before I start the show, my condolences goes out to the entire Banks family, especially his mom, siblings, his daughter, Aria, Miss Kenisha, the mom of young Aria, and the entire family, the Banks and the Stewart family. It's a tough time. We at Ordonance Bike Shop missed him whole week. I'm trying to be strong, but it's tough. It's really tough on me. I spend a lot of time with Mr. Banks. He gonna work from 9 till 5. Sometimes hang out a bit later, and then on weekends we stream races. So, like I mentioned, the man spend more time with us than with his family. And we had a discussion. We always have discussion at the shop. And one of our discussion was that, we know that death is imminent for all of us. And we always I mentioned it, that if I go first, I would love that people continue my dream. And he said the same thing. He understands, you will hurt, it's a loss, but life goes on, and he wants me to continue what I'm doing. We talk about this all the time. You know, we saw the passing of his brother and Edison, and you know, we pick up the slack. And if, I mean, someday it will happen. I hope that somebody will take over and continue. And this is what life about. It's tough. It's a tough loss. I mean, it's still hard for me to absorb. But the Sunday when I had the ride, I felt this energy over me that, like he's saying, keep up the job and to continue on. And you know, I definitely want to, you know, live. His memories will continue to live with me for the rest of my life. So, you know, just want to say a big thank you, Yellow. I know you're up above and you will guide us along. You are there looking down, and we'll keep this thing going.
Yeah, absolutely, Andrew. That's well said, and I can only imagine what you're going through. We have spoken several times throughout the week, and you've asked me to kind of step in here because I know it's difficult, and for me, you know, I'm very emotional as well right now. It's someone that we all know very well. So viewers will have, each of us will have an opportunity to remember Banks and say some nice words to him and his family as we continue throughout the show. But now we're kind of going to get into some race results real quick.
Yeah, but let me just say we want to send out our usual thank yous to Ashton Clothing for our tires, of course, and we want to big up the man who provided the food, Mr. Kevin Rogan again. Always, I mean,
thanks, Kevin.
What can I say about Mr. Kevin? He's like God sent to me. I mean, he called me every day, check on me. You know, he know what I'm going through, and he called me. He said, "Andrew, is there any way I can help?" He actually helped me with the streaming of the start of the streaming of the ride Sunday that we had for those guys. And so, you know, I have to show my appreciation for this gentleman. He has become family to me now, right? And the entire Stuart and Robert family, they are part of our family. And you know, I have to say a big thank you.
Yeah. You know what, Andrea? Your passion for the sport attracts people that are passionate as well, and I see that in Mr. Logan.
Right.
You know, I met him a couple weeks ago, and you know, on his first time here in the studio, and it's been amazing knowing him, and I look forward to him being a part of the family as we move forward. So those are some kind words and definitely accurate.
Yeah. Just before I get in, I'd like to say happy birthdays. I mean, you know, Mr. Banks would want me to continue this thing. So my sister Martha Watler-Rones in the Cayman Islands, happy birthday to you. Miss Elise Belize-Gill, she celebrated her birthday. Jack Sutherland, a farmer cyclist, part of the Cycling Federation, his birthday.
Good to see Jack back on the bike too.
Yeah, he was riding. Right. Peter Choto celebrated his birthday. We have young Jarvis Torres, one of my good friend's son. We have Taisha Estrada. Taisha Estrada is my neighbor. Yeah, so that's the birthday greetings.
Excellent.
Yeah, Dave.
Excellent. And then we'll jump in a quick, I think only one local race this week.
One local race, yeah.
And that's the race this morning. So in that race this morning, it was an A and B race only. And after the dust settles, the top 5 in that race was Kenroy Smokes Gladden was first. Smokes is in pretty good shape after cross country, so it's good to see him back on the podium. Philip Leslie second, Sean Gordon was third, D. Wade was fourth, and then Kent Bob Gabriel was fifth. The B category, it was the first was Fitzgerald Joseph, second was that Warren Coy second?
No,
We've got it right here. Okay.
Yeah. Yes, Warren Coy.
So Warren Coy was second, third was Fred Usher, fourth was Mr. Alvin Card, and fifth was the chief himself, Santiago Castillo. So that was the Guns Thursday morning race. Average speed of 23.9 miles an hour for 23.34 miles. So I was moving pretty good this morning. I enjoyed it. Nice race. I thought I'd open up my legs, Andrew, before the Weekend Warrior cross country, which is
coming up Sunday.
This Sunday.
George, you have that the poster for that for the Weekend Warriors?
Yeah, I have the poster. It's right there, right?
Yes. Let's show the fans there.
So do I mention that?
Yes, mention that.
Yeah. So that's a big race, guys. That's going to be streamed by
myself. Yeah.
Yep. The man himself is going to be there. It's going to be a tough day for him, obviously. Mr. Banks not being his trusted driver, but He will be guiding over you guys.
Yes, I know he
watching
will.
over you guys
He
and
will.
guiding you. Big race. So overall prize $1,000, and I understand that prize is open.
Okay.
So a B rider or C rider can take that overall prize, and it's top 10 in the A category, top 7 in the B category, top 7 in the C category, and 1 through 5 trophies, and 6 through 10 medals, 1 through 3 trophies, and 4 through 7 medals in the B category, 1 through 3 trophies in the C category, and medals 4th, 5th, 6th, and 7th. Race starting at 8 a.m. At the Spanish Lookout Junction, traveling to Old Belize. Finishing there should be roughly about 50, maybe 55 miles or so.
Right, yeah.
Maybe at 2 hours, 15 minutes, 2 hours and a half or so. So guys, tune into that and support your favorite cyclist and cycling team.
Yeah. And I think you have the thing, George. I think Mr. Guns, they have his one the following week. I believe you have that too. Yeah. So you could slide it. We just talk quick about it, and so Mr. Guns will have his version. That are the E1, right?
21st. Yeah. And just before I move on, I want to give a big thanks to or shout out to Mr. Troy Gabb, who was taking on the Weekend Warrior Cycling Club and is doing a fantastic job. It's difficult. It's always difficult to run something like that. That you're not getting paid. It's you're just donating your time to it. There's been a lot of back and forth little issues that he's had, but he's stuck it out, and obviously this is a great event that he's him and his team they're throwing for us this Sunday. But also Mr. Guns, like you said, right, the 21st, so that'd be the following weekend. Do you want to talk about that a little bit, Donis?
Yes, that will be well, next week we'll give full details about that.
Mm-hmm.
But I just want to it will be some monster pricing and giving that to I big up Mr. Guns and the entire who are the sponsors. But next week we'll definitely touch more on that. But I just want to mention that will be a big race.
That'll be a monster race.
$2,500, right?
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Well, that'd be exciting. We'll talk more about it, like you said. But the other thing we want to mention is the young Carlton Robinson.
Yep.
So there was a selection of elite riders that went to Mexico this past weekend.
Yeah, Merida, right?
Yeah, Merida. It was the Maya Tour, I believe. And Carlton, out of the 3 stages, Carlton actually won 2 of those stages, and he finished 3rd overall. Carlton Robinson and Byron Pope will be joining us on the show here tonight as well to pay tribute to Mr. Banks. We'll touch on the cross country that Carlton rode so phenomenal in. And then we will give him a chance to chat about the race in Mexico, and then share his thoughts about Mr. Banks and also the situation here in Belize with gun violence.
Right.
Yep.
So with that said, you want to take a short break, and then we come back. We have guests.
Sure. Yeah.
All right.
So yeah, we'll take a short break, guys, and then we'll be back with our guests and continue the show. Thank you for watching.
Hear me now. This is a Soul Fire production. Soul Fire production. As the wheels turn, every Thursday night at 6:30. As the wheels turn, racing through the streets and through the hills. As the wheels turn, every Thursday night we pedaling. As the wheels turn, streaming live with Turtle. So yes, I sit and watch as the wheel turns. My bike is where I get my thrill. Up and down, riding through the hills. I have no fear as I climb and change my gear. Through the valley so steep, now we on the street. Yeah, yeah, yeah. As the wheels turn, every Thursday night at 6:30. As the wheels turn, racing through the streets and through the hills as the wheels turn. Every Thursday night we pedaling as the wheels turn. Streaming live we turn on us, so yes.
Welcome back, guys, to the 126th edition of As the Wheels Turn. Thank you very much for joining us tonight. Andrew, we have some guests here in the house.
Yes.
We will start with a very unique young man who's going to be a great cyclist as well. I was watching him and his dad out there on the tribute ride, and these are things that still brings a smile back to our faces when we see young people all excited about life. Nice ride out there. It was fun to watch you. Absolutely. Yeah. So Drew would like to say some words about Uncle Banks.
Well, he was a nice man. I knew him like very long.
Look at the camera.
I really miss him. So that's why I went for the red and all of that. I would eventually stop, but then I said, I'm going to continue riding. And so I went and I finished the red.
That's impressive. That's impressive. So when you were in the shop with Mr. Banks, you used to talk to him quite a bit? Excellent. What do you guys used to talk about?
Well, all kind of stuff.
Yeah?
You want to share something that you remember about Mr. Banks in the
Something
shop?
fun?
Something funny?
Mm,
What was your last conversation with him?
well, it was so. Me and him were just like talking, but then after that, then he said something, right? I don't remember the word that he said, but I remember how I laughed, and I really like. I think it was something motivated or something.
Nice.
You remember the story with the coal cups? What did he say about the coal cups?
So when we went to the shore, we went 2 times. So then we are going to go 1 more time, and he said, "I want one too." And we're like, "Oh my gosh!" And like cuddling.
What did everyone in the shop call Banks? What was his nickname?
Well, some will call him Bunks, some will call him Yellow.
Nice.
What you call him?
Uncle Bunks.
Cool. And that goes to show, guys, the relationship that Mr. Banks had with the Ordonez family. He was like a son to Andrew. 16 years as an employee.
Yep.
Right, a young Banks, 22 years old, and we were talking earlier, and you said before that he used to be hanging around at the shop and
Right.
just hanging around bicycle,
Right, exactly.
and then he started working for you 16 years ago,
Mm.
and he was 38, when he departed. That's an amazing, that's a long time to spend with that individual. So I'm sure, you guys will miss him quite a bit, and I'm sure he made an impact on all you guys' lives. So
Right, yeah.
it was a nice guy.
I have never seen Banks upset. I mean, maybe I could count 1 or 2 times that he probably, and he didn't really look like upset. He's just like, all right, but he always share love. Our conversation was, we like tell him, stop to drink Coke, Banks, Coke can kill you. He said, something can kill me anyway. That I talk about. We talk about, sometimes it's sad that we talk about death a lot. We say, we don't know which one we're going first. We didn't expect it. I say, it still drives me crazy just to try to observe that he's no longer there at the shop. Get up early in the morning, waiting to see that vehicle pull up, and Mr. Banks coming in like, God, he won't be here. And I'm treating like he's on vacation, right? But what keeps me going is that the guys, they come and hang out and we chat, we run joke. We left his apron with the same grease on it. He was drinking a Coke, we left the half Coke in his pocket, so we have it put up in the shop. And so we leave it right there,
Wow.
until you understand? So that will be remain. We won't wash the apron, we won't touch the Coke, it will leave right there. Some of the stuff that he left will remains in that position. So, like I said, I just got the spirit that he's watching down. He's asking us to. The Lord needed him, and so that's where he is with the Lord, and he continued to give me strength every day. It's tough. Sometimes I break down. you know, I recover. My wife, my friends, they come and, you know, tell me, Andrew, it'll be okay. But like I said, great guy. Kev, I mean, you shortly, I mean, you come to Belize for a short time. You knew us, we talk. Give me your insight on what the short time you know about Mr. Banks.
Yes. Well, first, good night, everybody. Thank you, Andrew and Mr. D, to having me again here. It's a sad time, you know, happy time, you know. You're trying to enjoy your holiday and everything, and this happened, and it just kind of put a crush on everybody. But I want to say one thing to you before I start, Mr. Banks will always be there. Banks is in the yard right now. You're doing the show. He's watching this show, and he's right there working on his bike, and he always will be there in spirit. And you can look right there, and over to the right, you're watching him. He's there. So, but thank you again so much for the show, having me to the show. I tell you, I always be here to support you no matter what. You know, we became friends and again family. So all the love that you've given me in certain ways that people don't know. Just a simple phone call. Me and him, like you said, we talk all the time. How was your day and this and that. And since I'm here, I'm very happy that I've stayed. I was supposed to leave this morning, but something told me to stay. You know, I told you I'm sorry I can't be here. And but Mr. Banks, you know, I get to meet him short time, about 2 years now, about 2 years in and out when I'm coming in and out Belize. But I really got to know Mr. Banks this time, this trip here. I think I didn't realize Mr. Banks was a funny man. That man had jokes in the yard there. I was waiting for Mr. Donis when he was changing. I think it was the first day I was on the show 2 weeks ago, and a good half hour. And I said, Banks, I said, you open your mouth down. He goes, what do you mean, Mr. Logan? I said, you're a funny guy, you got jokes. And I mean, like, but you don't really know Mr. Banks. I said, I've only known him for 2 years, but every time I come in the shop, it's an in and out, we're doing business or whatever. But Mr. Banks, man, rest in peace. Condolence to the whole family. From the Crawford family, we're sending condolence to you. Roberto family in Boston. I talked to Auntie the other day, and I believe it was that morning when it happened. She called me right away, and Auntie Donna and Roberto, and she says condolence to the whole family says condolence to you. But, you know, Mr. Banks, I hope you rest in peace, and you know, I wish I would get to know you a little bit longer. But I've been watching you for years now with Donis on the Zoom. I call it the Zoom. You know, so and somebody will take his spot and keep you safe, Mr. Donis. I really hope so on that part. But I will always see Banks on that bike. I will always see Banks on that bike taking care of you, Mr. Donis, and I got to meet the family, and you know, it was the daughter. It was related to the Roberto family, so I'm so sad that this happened in this moment, and you know, but it's going to be all right. It's going to be all right. I told Mr. Donis to call him, and like he says, you okay, my brother? You okay? You need anything? If you need to come over to the house and everything, and just extend. If you need to take a leave holiday, my wife is going to understand. You come and take a leave week in Boston, you know, and as you say it, Boston. It's Boston, but it's Boston. The way he says it. But you know, the steward and Roberto going to welcome you. We're going to welcome you, and your wife just to. Sometimes you need just to get away. Close the shop. It's going to be there when you're going to, you know. So, Mr. Banks, again, rest in peace, my brother. I'm not going to be here for the funeral. I wanted to do a little videotaping with help Mr. Donis with that. I did the Sunday. Kudos to you. You did a good job. I followed you all the way. I was in the back there, and it was a lovely turnout. And you know, it's a sad day what happened to him and the way it happened. So, but life goes on, and we just have to deal with it minute by minute. Day by day, month by month, you know, and it will get better. It will get better. Some days will be better than others. So, and the Banks family, you know, lost a couple of your family members here. You know what you went through. Now you have to go through it again. But you have lots of love and support from everybody, okay, from everybody. I see all the supporters that's coming out and showing their love, and that's what it's about when funeral. It's sad that it has to be like that with a funeral, you know, or a death or something. This should be every day. You should love one another. It says in the Bible, one another, your neighbor, and it shouldn't have to be this. And I think we're going to touch a little bit more about later on with gangs, but I just want to say my condolence to you, Mr. Banks' family and Mr. Banks' son.
Well, I feel like Uncle Bunk's still alive, but I know he's not, but I feel like he is.
Okay. Yeah, so I think we'll take a short break again and then we'll bring on more guests.
Sure, yeah. So we'll be back with Carlton and Byron.
Byron, all right.
Up next, guys. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Hear me now. This is a Soul Fire production. Soul Fire production.
As the wheels turn, every Thursday night at 6:30. As the wheels turn, racing through the streets and through the hills. As the wheels turn, every Thursday night we pedaling. As the wheels turn, streaming live with her donor. So yes, I sit and watch as the wheel turns. My bike is where I get my thrill. Up and down, riding through the hills. I have no fear as I climb and change my gear. Through the valley so steep, now we on the street. Yeah, yeah, yeah. As the wheels turn, every Thursday night at 6:30. As the wheels turn, racing through the streets and through the hills. As the wheels turn, every Thursday night we pedaling. As the wheels turn, streaming live with her donor. So yes.
Go.
Welcome back, guys. Welcome back. The 126th edition of As the Wheels Turn. Again, somewhat sad show tonight. However, the spirit of Mr. Banks lives in us, and we will continue to show as he would like us to continue to show. Andrew. Tonight with us we have two gentlemen in the studio who needs no introduction to the Belizean community. I don't think, especially after the phenomenal performance by you, Carlton, in the 94th edition of the Holy Saturday Cross Country Race. We've got Carlton Robinson, welcome. We've got Byron Pope, also a podium finisher for the cross country 2 years ago. He was third. We were a phenomenal race as well. And these guys have been putting in some serious time on the bike, and the results are definitely showing. So we wanted to bring them on, Andrew, to showcase them and showcase their hard work. And also, they're going to help us tonight, being influential athletes in the community. They're going to help us, share some of their personal experiences with violent crimes, gun violence, and also their thoughts on how we can do better as a community. What I'd like to do first, though, Carlton, just ask you a couple of quick questions, cycling related, and then we'll move on. First off, huge congratulations to you. I was part. Yep. Huge congratulations to you, Carlton. I've got the. Sorry about that, guys. Kevin Logan is adding his contribution here today. Let him know. He's here. Yeah.
Why you fool?
Yeah, welcome Carlton again. Like I said, I've had the privilege of riding with you guys in the peloton, in the elite peloton sometimes, and I've watched you how you've performed and the growth that you have shown this year. It's phenomenal. That's a testament to the people that are behind you, the coaching staff. Of course, your lieutenant here, Mr. Byron Pope, who I know you have a lot of respect for, because again, I've been out there in the roads with you guys. So I wanted to personally bring you guys on to showcase that to the public, like a performance like Holy Saturday Cross Country. When that happens, there's a lot that goes behind it, right? It's not just you show up for a race and you ride and you feel like, oh, I'll be lucky today. So again, you made a lot of people proud, Carlton. I'm even having goosebumps when I'm saying it, because you made me proud as well. The way you rode that race was what I expected of a Belizean champion to ride that race. You came out and you rode that race with the intention to win that race. So what I'd like for you to do is tell us a little bit about what was going through your thoughts when you first lined up. Did you feel like today's my day, I can actually win this race? And then tell us about the last maybe hour of the race.
Well, when I get up, you know you have to ride. You got all kind of feeling. You feel nervous, but you know you already put in the work. So you just stay focused now, and just ride. Sometimes you feel bad. You go through a phase, you feel good again, then you feel bad. But the best thing for me was just for me be there, like no miss nothing. And down to the last part, I pretty much feel good, and I think I had it, but just too much attacks and things at the end. The race never come down steady. So.
Well, you know what? As far as I'm concerned, you were the winner of that race. You were our winner. It just didn't happen at the line, but you were our winner, and you did everything possible to win the race. And sometimes it plays out like that, but it showed that with the training that you did, Carlton, that you were prepared for the war. You ever felt at any point in time that these guys are better than me, I can't ride on their level, or you felt confident because you put in the work that, I can win today?
Well, pretty much we put in a lot of work, so I didn't have time to think about that. The second guess myself, I just the move, and when I can't move no more, then I did that then. But once I could move, just move.
Right. And it was a lot weighing on that race, obviously, and it's the cross.
Yeah. You feel the pressure, the real pressure.
But again, for a young guy, you're 24,
yeah,
correct? 24, and this is your how many?
Fourth
cross country. Last year, I believe you told me you came in 27th? Somewhere in 20s.
Yeah.
All right. So what I wanted to highlight is that, right? From 20s to now 4th with a chance to win. The amount of work that you put in. Tell us a little bit about your preparation with Byron for that race.
Well, a lot of early mornings, 4:30, 5 o'clock.
You still vex with him,
No, I don't vex with the man no more. I gotta leave it a feeling of joy, so I don't vex.
Yeah.
But definitely a lot of man, you get up your vex and like, man, where I do it here, but everything paid off in the end, so.
Well, again, and I want to say again, man, huge congratulations, because firsthand I know it. I know how hard that race was, and I know how hard you guys prepare and what it takes to ride at that level. Not just to sit in the peloton, but you, like you said, you rode to win. You didn't want to miss anything, and the amount of dedication and commitment to be in that position. I've got nothing but ton of respect for you, Carlton, and that's why I wanted to get you on the show. And then to follow that up, you went to Mexico this past weekend. Very, very tough competition. We know those guys very well. The Alan Carrillos, the Zuros guys. Those guys are animals out there.
Yeah, nobody rules.
I'm telling you, 27, 29 miles an hour road race average, right?
Yeah.
And you not only showed up and rode strong. You held your own and you dominated the 2 stages because you won first stage and second stage, correct?
Yeah.
Excellent. How was that experience for you?
Well, I always have a good time racing in Mexico now. I love going there. So they're a little bit different from we, like steady and some attacks go, but yeah, they come back because the team much bigger, everybody want to control, and they believe that they could win too, but they just don't know me too. So that was a good thing. But I believe they know me good now, so next time I get back, I have to just watch out.
Yeah, but I got a feeling next time you go back, they know you, but you'll be ready for them too.
Yeah, definitely, because I have to put in more work.
Carlton, again, man, I just want to, I've got a lot of respect for you as a cyclist, and I know how hard it is, guys. I mean, cycling is one of the hardest sports in the world. You guys would agree. I've played a lot of different sports, but cycling, it's something. I mean, you miss a couple of days sick, or you're not feeling well, you eat something bad, and that could change your entire season almost. Depending if you're training for a big race. So, to be able to be performing as strongly as you are throughout the year too. I mean, this is not just cross country. Carlton has been there in all these races with an opportunity to win. So that's phenomenal. And I was talking to our journalist, and I wanted to bring you on the show to highlight that, because I think you are up next, Carlton, as far as getting an opportunity, to take your talents outside. I would love, for the folks that's watching with any influence at all, that can help Carlton. Obviously, he's on a team right now, but can help him with an opportunity to get a contract. I think personally, I've watched a lot of young athletes, and I think Carlton has what it takes and should be given an opportunity. So guys, let's step up. Whatever differences are there, we don't care about that. Let's look at opportunities for this young man. He's not only shown that he could do it here in Belize, but again, Mexico with great competition. And I want to encourage people to, when someone is on the rise like that, give them an opportunity. And like I said, I know Carlton very well. He's a very humble guy, and a very hardworking, respectable young man. I've never seen him ever at races arguing with anyone, complaining about anything. He shows up, he rides his bike. Sometimes I get lucky to be in a break with him. He's just riding. He's not like the other guys complaining, or he's a very humble, good character guy. So I urge you guys, let's find a spot for him on a roster somewhere and get him the opportunity that I think he deserves.
Before I move on to ask Byron questions, I was out there for the whole Saturday cross country race, and Team Alliance rode like a team, like Carlton did awesome, but it wouldn't be possible to work his team. And when I say team, I mean for the coach right down to the service personnel, his teammates. Early in the race, I watched Joshua Fuller did his part. I saw young Fernando Rosado bringing up battles for him when he was in the Arrowhead. Byron Pope right there. So it's a small team, and Byron would have stopped by the shop a lot of times, and Byron would say, I said, Byron, what the cross country? He said, hold on, Donis, you will see. And when I asked him, I said, Byron, he said, we just don't do 120 miles or whatever. And they said they put in the work. And the team, I have to give them kudos because they are a small team, but they're tightly knitted. And with their coaching, Mr. Carl McCulloch, I have to big kudos to Mr. Carl McCulloch, because people are saying, well, who the Carl McCulloch coach? But he outdid the 2 top guys from the other teams. You understand? He outdid them, and he proved, and he said, I delivered. You understand? I delivered. Watching Carlton.
It's not once, no, it's not like a correction. It was not one time he did it.
Yeah.
He did more one time. He revamped my career. And the Carl McCulloch, I came back, I came third in the cross country under him. And win 2 classic under him.
Yeah.
So he revamped my career. Changed Fernando Rosado.
And he can take a
coach,
bill,
I watch how he has Carlton as well.
Yeah.
He coaches the 3 of us, so.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to come to that. That I guess I'm come to, yeah. But what I just want to give the fans there one he heads up for say, because you come in the shop and you shake your head when the guys say, boy, this team will do good. They say the foreigners will come in, and you say, you know what, you know what you guys put in, and holy such it shows that you guys, because coming down to, I have some recording that I'm not share with nobody, and I have to show you guys that Carlton followed almost every move, and I said, man, oh man, this kid have to have some serious talent, because he was every time there's a move, Carlton was right on the wheel. When hula hook one gone at the bridge, he was the first one to bring that back. So people said, well, he made a mistake, but at that time, you don't really think. But he's saying, you know, glory, I can see victory coming, and he had to take a chance, but he was outgunned, and that's the reason why I kind of champion. Regardless, he didn't cross the finishing line first, but he is our champion. So Byron, I give you the opportunity to say your part about the team and what you guys did to make it a success.
Yes, I'm doing this. We are a revamped team from formerly West Rock, no, from last year. It's like mainly like some of the same players. We're small, 6 guys. Well, pretty much 5, but we have outside of 6. And in August, we started to prepare for cross country and Creme Classic, because those are the 2 big races in Greece. If you don't win 1 out and then 2 there, like still, I use that term when a person like use, but they're still on that. So it never come we wait January. My body right, Carlton, I don't say my body like my son. The man get frustrated. He never talk to me for like what, 2 days. I thought I'd reach out to the man and tell the man, bye, I've been down the road already, I know what it takes. You have to lose, and once you accept losing, you can move forward in winning. In the Belmont Pond race, he get a next opportunity where I know and I 100% think that he would have won that race, because we planned that race from a week ago. We planned what we would have done, and we get him in the front, and it didn't come our way, but ask him, I never scored or nothing. I tell him that our learning experience. He may upset by himself. He may angry about himself. To himself. I tell him our learning opportunity, experience, and you will get a next shot. And that one be the one where sweet. And watch a movie where Bali says sweetness. That is the sweet one. Right? So I also want to urge you, man. I always tell him I want to push you. Push you. I want you to be better than me. And I want you to go farther than me. And I know that we share a lot in common, because like we have the same birthday. Really? So yeah, we have. Listen. I had 18 and he had 19. So he tell me my parents never know time. So I tell him my parents never know time either. So we don't know which one and which one.
But you want to move in? What I'd like to say, obviously I was talking a lot about Carlton, but I was waiting to tell you this as well. Every team that you have been a part of, you have been the glue guy, right? You've been the glue guy. You've been that general that keeps the guys on track, that execute. Your coaches may set up the training, because it's 2 different things. Coaches setting up a plan, getting the athletes to execute it, and you do a great job at that. The other thing that I wanna give you a big recognition for is reading races. In my opinion, you are probably one of the smartest cyclists in reading a race, and positioning yourself and your teammates now with Carlton, positioning them in winning positions within the race. I've told you that before on while we're riding casual, but I think these are things that get missed, a lot, because now. It's a young guy coming up and he's a star. But what he's doing is a reflection of what you are doing as well behind the scenes that we don't see. And I just want to make sure that that's known, that you have a big impact on Carlton and the other team members. And obviously Carlton is a genuine, like I said, is a genuine young man that actually follows your lead. So that's how you guys are getting the results that you're getting, right?
And another note, seeing the firepowers that were taking part in the cross country. As a matter of fact, you know that the record was broken, and Carlton now holds the least time. And
I want to tell Mike.
Huh? Yeah, Mike not happy about that. Mike said we start too early. So, but no, the fact was, because when I see the race earlier, I said, boy, we are so serious trouble because then by the lick shot, the champion, when I watch the champion ride, I say, who is this guy? Because first, I had the wrong number. I had 97, I'm still 79. And you told me, when you call the shop, you said, Andrew, this ball right is on Luis Lopez. He's dangerous, dangerous, dangerous. And I guess maybe of the tell Carlton, make sure
Yeah, we know Luis Lopez. You know, one of the things where we really open your eyes that when you travel, only when you travel, you get to meet guys. And that's a big thing in cycling. You have to explore and know where part of the competition lies or where part of the competition they come from. You just can't go in a race and he don't know me and he don't know me. I could tell you after the race in Merida, a lot of the guys are never really familiar with Carlton. They're familiar with me. I went there before. They come to me and say, boy, I want to meet your friend. I tell them, bring me. This is Carlton. This is such a man. This is such a man. That's how it work. And the right so when he go back in Mexico like in a month, he don't know, you know, a mark man. And the same thing happened right at Belize too when you start to shine. I don't tell her. There is a up and there is a down. Right now he in the up. But when he get down, I want for the day again for him. And this our part of bounding really come to pass because if his mind was strong enough, he will fall by the wayside like many others who made the up, and when they reach a highlight, they just start to get loosen up and stop out. I still up on the man. I can't lie in the morning, boy. Get up. We're going to train. Because I know those boy, you'll get this success now. You'll stop here and reap the sweet. Everybody, Carlton. No, man, we have to go further.
Well, like I said, hopefully this is a stepping stone for bigger things, you know, and that's what I'm promoting and advocating. You know, I want to see Carlton racing international races because I think he could. I know he has the potential to make a little noise, and you know, for our Belizeans, you know, we're talented. For us to get in the mix and make some noise, we just need the opportunity, man.
I know to Mr. Mr. Duane, I'm a well experienced guy. The only race that I haven't won in Belize is the cross country. But I have many top 10s and I won all the other classics maybe once or twice. I would really want to do in the future. I'm not rich, right? But I don't want to give back my time and my discipline where come with the game. Because this thing not us right, so you have to discipline, you have to want it. I really want to help while you core guys, but it started with the discipline where I say, if you're not disciplined, I can't deal with you. And right now we have a good set of young guys. And some of the older cyclists with their own, not really like instilling in their head, but they could do it, you know. But the discipline part not there. And this our part. I have ride with a lot of guys at Belize, and me and they never have problem because it's the way how you approach a young guy. If you approach a young guy around him and feel like, yo, that's not the way of talk to me and blah blah blah. Because in this day and time and age, we have a lot of shorter patient people, especially the younger generation. This younger generation, and I talk in general, not just in cycling. People, just regular people on the street. Sometimes you pass people and you tell them morning and they ain't pay you no mind. So this is our part to start. I really want, in the future, when I decide to pack it up and think about the Weekend Warriors crowd, I don't have a lot of money, but I have aspirations whereby I want a motorcycle on Sundays and I get up. I don't know, you take between Belize City and Belmopan, I could afford a 2 bag of water in the ice box and I go meet some guys and help me. I might give back, because maybe I don't give back for sponsor our team or sponsor so much man, and then I want the other to support my son too. And I only want to be selfish and just do it for my son. I want to do it for others. Others may lead me on to others show me the way. So I have a lot of things in my head where not really fulfill yet, where I want to get done in a cycling before I call it that. I also want to give back.
You know what, Byron, and it kind of warms my heart to hear that you say that because, you know, historically a lot of the great cyclists in Belize, they just kind of fade away out of the picture and they never really had that opportunity to give back. So you know, for guys that are thinking about maybe starting a team in the future, you know, Byron would be a great coach for a young team, juniors, and get those guys to the next level. Because, like I said, I mean, I've been, you know, riding around with Byron now for 6 years or so, and I think he's, you know, one of the solid guys here in the peloton and have a lot to give back. We talked about that before, Byron. You know, kind of. I told you, like, that's something I'd love to see you do, because a lot of the guys that were really good in the past doing this, they never had that opportunity, you know, for whatever reason.
Yeah.
Never had that opportunity. So if we could start now with Byron and, you know, people that have the resources, maybe back you up and you give your time and your knowledge, you know, big things can happen.
Yeah. Now we can move on to I want like tonight's show was dedicated to Mr. Wilbert Banks Jr., aka Yellow. You have a number of riders that were victim of gun violence. I don't know if you want to call out some of the names.
I do, and unfortunately, when we talked to us, we said that we were going to dedicate this show to the memory of Mr. Banks, and also talk about gun violence and how, you know, our community is kind of losing its way right now with all these murders, senseless killing, man. Like, we've lost love for each other, the respect for each other, the respect for life, the value of life. So, in the past, we've lost some, well-known cyclists, from the peloton. Byron Pope has been a victim of that, losing his dad, WILBERT Pope Sr., rest in peace, also my cousin. Ernest Thornton, known as Dangalang, he has lost his life. Ernest Meehan, his brother Ellis Meehan, Ruben Cano, just recently, Chris Galvez, and then Mr. Banks, when we got that news on the morning of April 6th. Dwayne Arnold.
Yes,
Dwayne Arnold. So rest in peace to all those folks. Huge loss to the cycling community, and condolences to their family as well.
So, what I want to ask you, gentlemen, I want you to, and especially because family members are watching it, some of your fond memories or things that that you remember about Mr. Banks, coming at the shop, both of you guys. So you probably could give me. I have a funny one right now.
I feel laughing there. So when I tell you about that, like I could remember this yesterday, because before I used to drive in Mexico and Belize, we used to get Banks to drive for me, because that man, the most careful driver I ever meet, motorcycle or vehicle, and I had never ever seen him drink a Dos Equis or salt, not even a regular beer, nor smoke or weed. So you could always have Banks in your car to drive. All he would do is make sure he eat. I remember this time we were do a tour of the West. We rent a place at Belmont. We tell the man, Banks on a room there for you. The next 4 riders are staying in a room, and we are staying 2 pound bed. And say, boy, I don't want to go in there. But we never know why we don't come in a room, because when he drop asleep, and I can't play a band when I see man so hard. So that memory that I always live on with me, and he entire scene that the other day my cycle, I got a problem with it. He give me the everybody shop, I pass, I tell the man, I Bounce, fix the cycle for me, man. And say, I forgot buy this and that and bring it and fix it. But then the fun part of it, that I tell him, Bounce, why you just know side of me and you stand up, man, and like you want to sleep right side of me and you stand up? The man say, boy, you thought when she finished that, see that? Somebody I had never ever seen a man like really upset and want cause any problem. I had never seen Bounce like that, man. And when I saw him, when we get the word there, women across, we just get up, we go do the next stage. I tell Carlton, boy, bad news. And I run up to the man like, he couldn't even eat. I had to force him when we arrived that go into the race and buy pick on it, because if you don't eat, best thing we pack up we think and roll what I believe is one thing. You know me, I survived that stage where we don't call me a mountain stage. She remember about the man, because he was talking about it. Well, I feel bad.
You're chills, right?
Bounce. No, more than a friend, no, more like a family friend. Just Wednesday I'm doing this. He changed to roll up on my bike. The man did the mess around, the man said, why? You need a new bike? You just go foot. He was telling me pretty less like that, right? So I just tell him, man, Bam, just fix my thing and stop to tell me that I'm shopping this, my boy. So the man fixed the bike and I gotta check it around the block and I come back and I buy the man some coke and stuff, and that was it. And when Poppy tell me, boy, I got bad news when I wake up, I'm like, what you talk about? And say, boy, I just think they kill banks. I said, no. So I just started crying. I said, no. So it was very, very sad, no. Like a Poppy say, I don't know about the drink, I don't know about the smoke, I don't know if I didn't know if they got somebody that like banks before this. Because he just banged the truth to everybody. It's really, really sad, no.
Yeah, very sad, man. I mean, I think all of us share that same sentiment, and these are beautiful stories of banks. No, you have, Carlton, you have also been a victim of gun violence, losing a brother as well. Tell the Belizean public and the world who's watching right now, what's your thought on what's going on here in Belize? Currently we're, last year, 2023, was the lowest murder count since 2005 in Belize, which was great. So we're moving in the right direction with just about 85 homicides. But this year we are, as of a couple of weeks ago, we're about 9 ahead. Yeah, so that's scary, right? And it's almost 1 a day. So you'd be looking at 300 murders, for the year, which would be on par with, a Chicago or a New York. And
For population, besides so small.
yeah, and then we're only, 400,000 people. So we can't have that, right? Things, all of us going to share our thoughts as far as, what we think going on, what we think going on in our community, and why people, like Byron said, people are not able to reason anymore. As a cyclist and a young man being in the, in the community, share your thoughts on, what your thoughts are that's leading, folks down that direction. And what you think, we as a people could do better, Carlton.
I know, I guess we just have to love and appreciate each other, I really don't know the reason behind why we kill one another. It pretty much don't make no sense. So I know everything have a reason, so I don't know why everything stem up. Sometimes gang related, sometimes whatever, for whatever reason. The street guy won rules, principles, the way how the street run, but like I said, there got certain people where just nothing get caught up in anything. We have never believed that we lose banks to gun violence. Like, if somebody may ever tell me that, then they're crazy. So, I don't know what you just really need to stop.
Yeah. Pope, before I ask you the questions though, I got my phone ring off the hook coming, people message me. I can't answer back somebody and I feel bad that I couldn't message because there's so much calls coming in. But a particular Belizean who live abroad called me. He said, Andrew, he said, I'm very upset with the human rights people. He said, growing up as kids, we used to get our backside whipped because everybody on the street their parents. But ever since they come out that you can't beat your child, he said, what they have a verse in the Bible, say what? Spare what? And spare the child and something with the rat, here you go. What the saying go?
Spare the rat and lose the child.
Or something like that. But ever since they brought that thing that you can't discipline your kids, And you know, the kids come ruthless nowadays. I mean, growing up, we dare not give trouble because we get the backside beat outside, at home, and the school. And so we think that a lot of people are sharing their views that, you know, human rights have to tighten up because they kind of allow this because, you know, in America, as soon as we have the kids, I will call the police. Now, you know what some of the police said? You know, some of the parents tell the police, or give you, when he shut you up or kill you, then but they see what going on, and for the whole world that this gun thing really, really out of order. I mean, some people don't want to target, but it's true because this where's all these guns and ammunition coming from? How are they flying in our country, a little country where it used to be peaceful? I mean, people don't want to go nowhere. Me, I don't go nowhere. I either for the shop to go stream race and back into my house. I become a house mouse. I don't go nowhere because you go anywhere, they get an argument. You know, one time there was a fist fight. No, man, I pull and go a bow. I mean, it's sad. And so, Byron, you directly affected by that. You lost your dad to gun violence. What's your take on what's the street like? What you see that happened to our community?
I going a street life, a rough life. I tell you, I'm not afraid to tell people. One time ago, I want a street life too. You could remember when I was shot too.
No,
You remember that?
Right.
Close to Barron spot I was shot. I watched niggas while I was hanging out with dead. My father get gun shot, dead. I had a lead brother 9 years old, dead from gun violence. I've been through it all. So that right there opened my eyes to a lot of things. I started to ride bike, get good, be disciplined, and I started to move forward. But the problem that I see that Belize is that we don't have no love for each other. We don't have respect for each other. I said a little while ago, sometime 5 o'clock, I'd ride go through Farbers and I meet people and I say morning and they even answer. But right there it start. We have to have respect and manners to people. But rough, because this generation now, it's hard for you like relate to them. I think the late great George Price may have a reason why we never want we got TV, but that's Stone Age thing, but it's stem from anything there. And then the movies and the music where it come out.
Video games.
I want to do this and do that. That straight the young boy, eh? And I only talk about the boy, eh? That straight the young girl, eh? Too. Because they want to experiment. So dig so. But violence keep on plaguing people who are deep in sports because you have some football players that lost their life, basketball players that lost their life, innocent babies that lost their lives, mothers, fathers, granny, uncle, and the list goes on. But I really sometimes I ask myself, what nobody think before they really pull the trigger? Or they don't think at all. That's my question, but I still can't get an answer. Okay, what? I talk to police, I talk to people on the street, because I still have people when I'm on the street, but I talk to and like they still can't give you a real legitimate answer to the problem. And it not get better for we, it get worse. I sometimes when I drive around and I just think about it, I say like, when you're in a certain area, if you count 10 houses, I believe if you go knock or raid upon it, at least you could find 3 or 4 weapons in a 1 out of 10. That does, you want to know how it can, but I don't know, we don't make it. But there they are. And the problem is when you get in a scuffle or a hard talk, you said a while ago you used to have fist fight. No, you don't have fist fight. You have people, we got people, you the same person, you have people on the other side have people, and then the problem just stay right there, go on and on and on and escalate, and then this one and then that one and dead. And then it's still the never ending cycle, honest. Honestly, the never ending cycle. It's hard for you. I know we had to try, relate, and talk about cease fire, but you know, not something easy to do. You know, the streets, so some of the guys there in the streets would want to cease fire, but when they try to cease fire, people are on fire upon it.
Yeah.
So, we just
Yeah.
talk about try to seize fire, man. This thing,
That younger generation there, I should say.
So basically, you guys settled that believes they head towards doomsday with it because when we pass away and go, we have lone gunman around the country. I try get a grip to it that what the world head to.
I'm going to put out simply synopsis to this thing. And in a way, simple in terms of, but check this out. The Belize what gang funeral get highlighted more than somebody decent in a society. I watch certain people when they're dead, boy, like Carnival on Boulevard, you can't pass. You have to stand up on the sidewalk, like Carnival, they pass through, and some decent people were dead. You know, say nobody to walk behind them, dead box no more.
Yeah.
They think they don't know it, but a gangster, but they got loud music, they got people, they go like hooligan in behind the casket, they drink up and smoke up and do all kind of, I think that also shows us that we need more positive in our society than negative.
Yeah, well, it showed that a great point you brought up there, right? And something that I always say as well, that it seems like now that the good becomes bad and the bad is becoming good. And these problems that are happening with gun violence and a lot of stuff going on, I mean, it's deeply rooted, you know, with social issues and things of that nature, economic issues and things of that nature. But you also have people too that don't have a history of gangs or a history of violent crimes that are committing crimes now too, you know?
Yeah.
There's more blame.
Yes, a lot of serious crimes are going on. And I think it's, people are living hopelessly, you know? They don't have no value for their own lives. So then when they get in an argument with you guys or with us, if they're not value for their own life, they're not value for your life. So it's easy to escalate to that next level, right? So, you know, me personally, you know, I've made I've made a commitment that, you know, I will treat people with love, I'll treat people with respect. And I think if you know, if we all just push that, right? Whenever you see disrespect, you try to calm that down. You try to, you know, move away from that. And that's my commitment. And that's just me. That's what I could do. You know, I can't, you know, change people economic conditions, you know, significantly. But I could change the way I interact with people and how I react to things, you know, and I urge, you know, our citizens to, you know, let's take that approach and, you know, like Byron was saying, let's show a little bit more love, you know, to one another.
Yeah. Myself, I get into this thing with this streaming of race, having the show. Now I have a training area for kids. Actually, I think that we named that thing the WILBERT Banks Junior training center, right? So that we look for that and talk to the family, and we get some people. But I do all this because I want people to fall in love with the sport of cycling, and now it's trendy. I mean, every day more followers, people say, man, we really enjoy cycling, and what this do for our young kids, especially the young boys in the group and girls, they get into something positive. They see that they could represent the country. They are the future. They represent their country. They are ambassadors. They don't have time and energy for get involved with any illegal, any kind of gangs, anything. They have to stay positive. Like, you know, the two young men are also very, very disciplined. I mean, when you talk about them discipline, they are people who are called, you know, when I talk to them, they talk with respect. They tell you how hard they train, how much rest they get, how they sacrifice so much to be good citizens, to be good sportsmen, and see where they are. People know them, people respect them, and we would hope that young kids, I mean, they are approaching us, could try join this gang. This is what we call it, this gang of positive, and this is why I look for, and that's why before I die, I hope that that I could see the reality that it come to pass, that, you know, the crime rate go down, we have more sports people. I wish so other sports would do it. I'm trying for cycling, and I give my all, like I say, that's why I big up my wife, because she stands by my side, my entire family watching all my kids there, and then all the people where, you know, support me from, you know, the diaspora, and each and every one. Folks, I know you could have talked all night about this, but I don't know what more I want to say about WILBERT.
When I say, To me, I still don't believe it, man. It was unreal to believe. I think that, like, I don't see the man every day, because as a matter of fact, couple hours before he died, he called me while I'm married up on the bed. He called me and I talked to this man. I never want to wake Carlton, got him to sleep, but I never want to sleep. I just lay down. And this man called me and he talked to me, and not knowing that Wednesday he fixed my bike too, because after cross country I need my bike fixed. He fixed my bike and he tell me the same thing I tell Carlton, boy, time for you get a new bike. Bounce just fix the thing for me and I'll get my bike. And now we have to go look for WILBERT, you know, a board box.
You know, I don't mean the person for calling for the result.
Results, yeah. But it's just sure us that we cannot take life for granted, because I know I said today or tomorrow, seconds now.
Yep.
Seconds. It really rough, so we need to, in terms of we're a cyclists, we need to start stay more together and look out for each other. We talk for the cycling population, because we spend a lot of time on the road than home. So we need to love one another more. I know sometimes we got heated argument and things in a race and different things, but we need to let that go now. Son, watch it, bounce on me a prime example, never get in an argument and things, and he the other for all of we. That one thing I always say about a man, he sweet by that, the man in terms of helpful. He could fix anything too, boy. I don't meet a man who can't fix anything too, boy. Everything he could fix everything. You know, man, where he got a talent. He got a talent whereby he just need a little time. Get it right now. Mr. Man, boy, all the way I miss the man. He quiet when you're at the shop, but sometimes like going to lead jokes into once you are right, you know, jokes.
And it show how the cycling community appreciate what
Yes, that turnout.
Thank you very much for putting that together. Over 200 cyclists.
Yes,
the most I've ever seen. All these rides, the only ride that probably had similar amount of was the ride across Belize, which was a big one.
It's overnight, because
exactly.
Me and Miss Leticia, you know, we were contacting each other, and you know, so we have to give the Cycling Federation Belize the flowers, because you know we talked, me and Leticia, we said we have to do this thing, and you know they came out, and even the young kids there watched Juju don't ride bike for any, and Juju ride, and he refused to stop. When he's going to ride, the man knocked right out sleep, but it showed the love they had for Mr. Banks. And before you guys leave, we beg some cyclists. We need some cyclists who are committed and some strong guys, because the family asked that they want cyclists, pallbearers. We don't have 4 names, but we need at least 4 more guys. Actually, 6. We need, because they want somebody for do the collection too. So they want to have the strength to do the collection, but we want some strong guys. He's a heavy fella. Yeah. So we ask cyclists, so please contact me by tomorrow. I need to get the names in, because they'll have a meeting with the family for telling what their role, when the role will be. And so Ms. Charlene asked me, please get the names of the riders. So riders, will contact me, and then we'll pick up a few riders who will help carry Mr. Banks. We need for show this man love by final send off.
One more thing regarding to Banks to him, I don't want, like me, one of the cyclists that went in the peloton, we still get a lot of respect. Make we come out and support the man funeral, man.
Yes.
Man, I really love this. The man support me in so much ways. Look out for we, you know, make we get in an accident and different thing. It's just one more time we have to do it for the man. So
exactly.
Please make we finally time as some boss for know if the man there where they work. Pull up together with some people who want reach city for come to the man funeral, and make we send off the man properly like how the man deserve, because that was WILBERT. Remember 2 years ago now, in Libra that did for we. Yep. They did for we. So the least we could do for them now, and show up one more time for Banks.
Yeah.
Because he does for we too.
Yeah. Because
that's not us like a regular person. They might give for their life is cycling.
Yes, you know what the parents go through, the dad, the mom, the kids, whatever. They say that, man, if he know cycling, he must stay there with me. They gave their life for the sport. They actually gave their life for the sport, and that's why we tell people appreciate them. People go there and volunteer their time and effort. I mean, it's dangerous. Like I said, I can't say how thankful I am, because once I have the camera up on him, he's my eye, he protect me. So when I jump on a cycle, banks have to pay keen attention to vehicle coming and I pay attention to the driver. So without him, you know, how much time I can get killed out there or you know, get seriously injured, but he makes sure that he takes care of me each and every time. Whenever I left, he said, I'll bring you, I'll take you out and I'll bring you back safe. And he does that each and every time. So I don't have words for say a big thank you. And to his family, he paid the ultimate sacrifice eventually. I mean, you know, that situation will happen, but it's hurting like crazy, and he will be dearly missed. You know, it's yeah.
Every moment.
Every moment, yes.
When you by yourself, then
Yeah.
a shop,
Yeah.
and then
Right. Well, but I know something. I break down a lot. My wife alone asks me if I'm okay, and he give me a hug and whatever. But I break down a lot. So people, I play strong out there, but deep down it's hurting. I break a lot, but you know, I try to be strong. People ask me over, and I always thank the people that call me. I say, Mr. Kevin call me every day. People continue to call me. You're okay? And I get calls from the States, and they say, are you okay, Andrew? We know what you're going through. Miss Kenisha called me. I mean, so many people call me. I said, Andrew, you say you're okay, but I know that you're okay because you're hurting like you know, like crazy. Yeah, but guys, like I said, we could go on all night. I want to the final.
Do you know if we'll be doing the same thing like we did with Eddie and the riding of the cemetery?
Yes, they want to. So that's the reason why they want the cyclists out there. They are set up a certain way.
Yeah.
In
your jersey.
bikes
Bikes
and uniform top.
Right,
Jersey top.
Yeah.
But I think they are set up a certain way. Paulino Funeral Home and do it.
Okay.
And it's something like they want a bike shop as a part of the streaming too. So they
Like you're doing a race,
Yeah.
in a funeral.
Right.
Do we know the date?
That already waiting for because they are still waiting for the post-mortem results. So
Okay.
so we're definitely waiting for that.
Yeah, it's gonna be a beautiful send off for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
Hopefully we get that big crowd again.
All right. So you guys want to say your final words before you leave?
Let's we're up on the live, we're up on the show. We just want to give God thanks for how we are. I have to drive go back down to city. Actually, I at home. I feel like staying home. I left Carlton. I'm at home. I am my village, but I born and grow and raised. And I just want to shout out the people that will help we to take our thing now. Fun and Fitness, Best Care Pharmacy, Mr. Leslie, 123 Oil, Mr. Langsworth, Hired Shipping, DJ, and the people who support for Willie Small Alliance team, Mr. Cunningham, help us a lot. To them people there, the cook, my girlfriend, because she really take care of me and Carlton leading up to cross country, and I just say a week before. A month, like I don't ready to jump back on the program, but it's by I hear the ball, I say, but I need a little break, but all of the things they come, Mr. Don't say people will meet we and buy water, buy power, buy Gatorade, buy fruits, buy leave food on the side for we. Respect and thanks on anything they go a long way.
Do you mean to go back through the hills?
Just after that, we coach, Mr. Carl and your lovely wife,
Co-coach.
Yeah.
I call out co-coach.
You know something? I get up on the show and say, make it tell the fans how you get the team. I hope he
accept,
no, well, yeah, come
No, we don't discuss that. We don't discuss that.
Go ahead, Carlton.
Yeah, Mr. Ray Garbutt, Ruin Creek, he actually helped a lot too. And everybody else along the way, our teammates, Joshua Fuller, Fernando Rosado, Soja,
Angel Zib.
yeah, Zib.
Rutherford.
Mr. Cunningham, that man, real man behind the scenes. Yeah.
Don't forget my friend and your dad as well, because he's always out there.
Yeah, my dad, my whole family, to be honest. This last part of my journey, I learned to just let things go now. Either win, lose, or draw, I know that they were always there for me, so that way I get the strength and everything from, and just let go from the public, because when you do good, they like you, when you do bad, Yeah, so
Yeah.
you can't really get caught up in that, no. So you just have to know that they are the referee regardless, so that's it.
All right. Well, thanks, guys. We are taking a short break, and then we have a few more people who want to say, give you their what they love about, yes, about Mr. Banks. But guys, I want to thank you very much for showing up. Coming out with a boom. Well, Pope saying in the backyard. So thank you again, and continue to make me proud. And I hope that young kids watching. Pope got me training now, because I need to train and.
No, that's why I'm not going for a race. Everybody want to win this race, and
Alright, but like everything comes against me because I can't train now. So you happen to tell me I'm going to run a race without training?
well, yes, I have to be tough mentally too. So you have to do it through thick and thin. You have to do it through thick and thin. You don't make a commitment. You can't let down the people you know. You don't make a commitment. So that race will be this weekend, but it can't be this weekend. So I tell maybe next weekend or
Well, I said in the month, but they only have like 2 weeks on training, 2 weeks in that one.
That's not enough for we problem. The road there, the trainer there, the beat the tire, whatever, do something. Do something.
Okay, folks, we'll take a short break and we'll be back.
I'm here to say, hear me now. This is a Soul Fire production. Soul Fire production.
As the wheels turn, every Thursday night at 6:30. As the wheels turn, racing through the streets and through the hills. As the wheels turn, every Thursday night we pedaling. As the wheels turn, streaming live with Turtle. So yes, I sit and watch as the wheel turns. My bike is where I get my thrill. Up and down, riding through the hills. I have no fear as I climb and change my gear. Through the valley so steep, now we on the street. Yeah. As the wheels turn, every Thursday night at 6:30. As the wheels turn, racing through the streets and through the hills. As the wheels turn, every Thursday night we pedaling. As the wheels turn, streaming live with Turtle. So yes.
Welcome back, guys. Quite a fantastic show so far. Been able to have a little bit of fun and also emotional as well. We have some more guests in the house. The queen behind the scenes.
Thank you.
Yes, as Mr. Donis rightfully say all the time, right? I know this is a hard time for you guys, Mr. and Mrs. Donis. So I wanted, or we wanted to give everyone an opportunity to share their fun memories with Mr. Banks. He's been in your family for quite some time. So share with the viewers, some of those fun memories and your thoughts about how our community has been so far.
Welcome to the show, Mrs. Erdonis.
Thank you, Mr. Erdonis. Well, the first thing I want to say is on behalf of the Banks family is thank you to all who have been donating so, kindly of themselves towards, this unfortunate situation that we're all in right now. So Charlene, and on behalf of Charlene and Mr. Banks, and the rest of the family, you know, they're eternally grateful for all the donations. I mean, you know, thanks to everyone who's been doing that. Hi. Banks, the only person I trust, you know, I used to have a peace of mind.
Take it.
I could do this.
You can do it.
I used to have a peace of mind knowing. I used to ask Andrew, who did drive you? Say, Banks, and I'm fine. I have a peace of mind, you know, and so, but one of my memories I will never forget, I was traveling and I was going through Cancun, and I used to always say, and I maintain this, Banks was one of the few people I could count on my fingers and have leftovers that I could sleep. He and drive me and I could sleep, you know, and Banks took me and my friend all the way to the northern border and drove back by himself that night. I mean, there are so many things when my car broke down or I need pick up from work or whatever, drop off. No, Andrew Dicon, the Banks. You know, so Banks will be, you know, truly, truly, truly missed. You know, like Poppy said just a few minutes ago, he was jack of all trades indeed. I mean, so many things. I even not only fix the car, if I have any plumbing issue, Banks won't come address it for me. If I have electrical, Banks won't come address it for me, you know, so Banks will be missed, that, you know, and our birthdays. Banks is one day before me, so, you know, we used to celebrate our birthdays basically, you know, because Banks is the 20th of May, I'm the 21st, so, you know, I mean, there's just so many fond memories, you know, I will keep with me, you know. I used to remember taking out his food and there were certain things he not eat, so for his food had to be marked, you know, and I take out Banks' food, I have to put Banks on it, because Banks don't eat any and everything, you know, I could take out everybody else's food and yeah, no vegetables, yeah, you know, so I have to make sure I take out Banks' food, no vegetables, you know, so there's just so many things, you know, that we will remember about Banks, no, you know, but may his soul rest in peace, no? Yeah. The good Lord spoke, and we can't argue that, so yeah, he'll be truly missed.
One of the jokes is that Kev, when they say, Banks, you come, what do you want? What do you want? One burger. I said, yeah. Come on, man, look you up, if you get what thing, filet mignon or some kind of expensive thing, he said, one burger, one Coke. That thing, right? One burger, I said, this guy is really humble. He really just a simple life. Everything. I never see Banks in a coat suit yet. I never see Banks in a t-shirt and jeans, right? Cool. Never. I mean, they're like, what are you come from? I mean, you don't find this, you don't find this, Kev. I mean, you come to the shop and you see how you operate, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Humble guy.
Yeah.
Humble, quiet, humble and quiet. Couldn't hurt a fly.
Yeah.
Couldn't hurt a fly.
He make a fly bite in blood and fly and say, all right.
I don't remember ever seeing Banks angry.
No, he doesn't get angry.
I really can't remember that at all.
I have a moment when the guys give me. I wasn't there, but we was like teasing about it. So they had a carnival, right? The carnival, and some gunshot ring out, and everybody say that Georgian and Banks, the first two, he said the man scale fence better than he said the two man scale thing like when the thing there hurt is right. One left the man can Georgian have any issue with it when you and Banks may trouble, right? He said and the two man they zup. He said now use them both on catch there, right? So I know we like tease out and stop on the fool. But one thing I can remember. There was an issue where somebody passed and fired shot towards the shop. And Banks shoved me behind the building. I said, why you should be? Banks said, don't he said, you so naive, you don't pay attention. He said, you know, see that car come, whatever. And he said, check out, he said, Marlon Castillo. He said, boy, he never know Marlon Castillo so fast. He said, Marlon Castillo, somebody said they pull the door and Marlon, the Marlon Catino, they pull the door, Marlon came up on the street and the speedway run inside. But it just show the person he was. I mean, the people protect me. He shoot me and ask me why you shoot me. If I say, boss, you look for get killed. You understand? And this I for sure that he would lay down his life for you. I mean,
Think about others before you.
right, think about others. You think about others before. You think about others before. You always, and you know, like that's something where like I go sleep at night. My wife don't ask me, okay, I stay up late because I think about it, and I say, man, I go cross a shop, and you know, I say, it depends on holiday. That's what I tell myself, right?
Yeah.
But man, yeah. Yeah, next, I don't know if they could hear, if you want to say a few things about it, what you want to say about him, or you want to wait till the day of the funeral? You know, we wait on it. George, you want to say anything about Mr. Banks, or you want to wait till?
I could say something for sure.
Yeah. You got a mic, or you could say something?
Come.
Yeah.
Come.
Yeah. Yeah, man.
You can do this quick.
The one on the side. Hold on. Like George is behind the scenes, but he has said a few things about what he remembers about Mr. Banks.
Yeah, I'm not saying my face, but I hear me like I say, yeah, Banks. It's funny because every time I get to the house, I go over the shop and I punch out with him, then I punch out with Mix. That like clockwork, you know, when you go to the house and you greet your family, and just natural, that's how it was, right? And like when my pastor just now, like I have to think about it ahead of time, like when I go to the shop, how you be then, you know. I had to face the music, I gone over to the shop and he never did there, but similar to what my pastor said, he said the man on vacation, that it feels similar to me like when he just on there at the shop because he gone for lunch somewhere or something. Like, thinking, but just now when Pope say, well, I send the man off, I said, no man, But my parents tell me when I'm younger, life funny, so yeah, I feel unfair. Accept that sometimes things don't make sense then. That's what that mean to me then. And that will help me to deal with this situation. But one memory where I got to the man that one time, as then state, my handyman, a lot of vehicle, anytime something happen in a vehicle, the banks can help you out at a time. I brought down, had a flat, and it was me and my two sisters-in-law. So I had a man, I have to change this tire. So I jack up this tire and I try to take off this friggin' tire. They know to come off and nothing, I pull. And my pastor said, no, I send Banks, man. Right? Banks come, pull up. He just come out of the car with a big mall, come on, also whop the tire. The tire just drop off us. I said, that's sick. He changed that quick, and we up and gone, right? It unreal, but I guess what I could say every characteristic of everybody is about the man tonight. I mean, true, he humble. Yes. He does some jokes where, but like his delivery just monotone in a sense, but it's funny still. And every time you have somebody good like that in your life, you carry on something funny, and that most of his characteristics, why I respect him humble, he never, as my pastor with the burger and coke, down like him deal with fancy stuff, he just made that day by day, And I accept that, man. You have to have limits, and that way I learn from him. So, I say rest in peace, and yeah, man. All right.
Thanks, George.
Good night, guys. Alex Urbanus on behalf of
Take it easy. One step. All right, take your time.
Imi tough it out to the end. Because Didi far around. I know Didi go through it. Because I'm here, that me then two first. And when D gone and I come and I start play the role at shop, me and Banks have inseparable bond too. Where I feel like I special check, but fucking sorry, but he make everybody feel like you the his ultimate friend, you know. Every day we talk, boy, I talk about my kids, we share free story about free kids. Every day. And when Miguel want me son, I feel for my dad so much. I feel for my mom too. And for myself and my kids. My kids in love her dearly. You refer to him as Uncle Banks. He gone from Wilbert to Willie to Yellow because I know he from St. Ignatius. And we bond get closer when I start work at Erdonus bike shop. And all the outside trips we go together. Me and he sleep side of each other and my brother that. Every time before I go sleep I harass her, I do all kind of stupidness. I just know that the morning though, he want to get up, he want to wake me up, he want to get we organize and he want to be the person for us, dip on track all of the time. Because I get on the mic and say, this is not a race, it's a ride. If you tell the young kids, you know, and not they going crazy on the road, so the day when we had the ride for I see the young kids and they going crazy and I tell them, hey, it's not a race, it's a ride, guys, you know. I will miss you dearly. My wife will miss you dearly. And my kids will miss you dearly, Banks. I love you, Pop.
Thanks, Lex.
You know, I just want to tell a real quick story. It's not going to happen, but, you know, I wish it would have. I believe the night that he passed there, me and Mr. Donis, we come to the shop there and he wanted to talk to me and they were sitting there when I come up and the two girls was on the bike and I videotaped them. I think you videotaped them earlier, but I didn't see it at that time. But Banks was working at the back there on a bike and I look like, and Mr. Donis was talking to a few, Mr. Earl Gentle there and so he says, Kevin, why don't you do me a favor? And I said, you know, you got it, Mr. Donis. He said, we're going to race tomorrow. I said, race? Mr. Donis, no, I want you to stream it. I want you to stream it. So get a driver or go something, we go stream it. A few of us going to race, yeah. I'm looking at all these old guys here and I think, what kind of race is this? So, and Banks was sitting over there in the car and I said, Banks, you going to race too? He said, yeah. me and Mr. Donis going to what you got is smithereen, we go burn this. So I said, okay, all right. You guys serious? And then out here I have a few drinks and things. And so, you know when I look at drink and then next thing you know, 9, 10 o'clock going on, nobody go want racing, man. I said, so I took, we went, me and my uncle went to a tavern and had a couple burgers and I text Mr. Donis, are you serious about this tomorrow? He says, yes. I said, all right, no problem. And it was, went to bed about 10:30 that night. Didn't think about it, you know, got to bed. I said, okay, my camera's all set. Maybe I'll use his, maybe I'll use mine. And, you know, and I was in the bathroom getting ready 5 after 10. I heard the phone ring, but I didn't catch it. And, you know, that moment I said, let me call Mr. Donis because he called me to find out what's going on. And he told me, I couldn't believe it. I stopped there. And I said, you're joking? He said, no, Kevin, you know, and just hours, he just came from Ladyville. And I said, I'm coming over right now. I'm coming over. I come over and when I saw him, he saw me and I don't know banks like that, but I know Mr. Donis and I feel for the family, for the friends, the supporters. I feel for them, and it was just, I gave him a hug, and I don't think we let go of each other for about 2 minutes. We just sit there, and you can't believe it, but Banks, your love. I hear stories. I wish I would have known you a lot longer, my brother. But the short time that I've known you, saw you. Again, you're a brother to Mr. Donis, you're a brother to me, you're a brother to others and family and supporters. You're a supporter to me. So just want to tell that little story. I wish it would have came true to see how it was, so we could put it up on the video the next day, because we all would have been laughing. But
Oh, the. Okay.
So folks, for you guys listening online, we are bringing in DeAnde Ordonez,
Yeah,
who's
in Chicago.
Who's in Chicago. Obviously. Yeah.
Virtual, yes, there we go. Alright, so we're gonna email D right now. Alright. Say something, D. Say something. Hello? Yeah? Alright. You hear me, right? Yeah, I hear you. So everybody on the show, I believe we hear like a checklist on this mic here. And I'm pretty sure the viewers here, I want thumbs up if anybody.
Good night, DeAnde.
Good night.
From the Belize Boom crew. We've got myself in the studio. Yeah, you're watching, right?
Yeah, go through. Make the man go through doing what I said.
Yep. So your mom, your dad, and then Kevin is on the Yep.
Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Me and my family over here. Sometimes, you took the chance with brother all my life.
Put the mic close to the
But
speaker.
my time with Banks, man, I don't know how to describe it, because the whole year, when they were born, they got an accident, and it was me and Banks one at the time to tackle it. So, Banks helped me get through one of the tough times. Of course, besides my family and my wife, Banks was there most of the time when we were doing rides, like the diabetes rides, and then if nobody come out, like come from Banks to come out for health service, the poor boy. Banks was just one of the most humble, helpful person to everybody, and like honestly, just one low-key clown here in Jonas. So basically, the same, because they want to be quiet, and I could remember I used to don't tell me, D, watch out. And I say one little thing, he just start one little thing, and then everybody start arguing, and he step out quietly and just watch on the sideline, right? I used to laugh at the shop and thing, I say, man, Banksito, you know pressure, But I don't know what happened, I believe, man, but it need to stop. And I know this, I feel for the old boy, because that the hours you spend with him at the shop, and then you go spend one next 4 or 5 hours on the road, Sundays with him, and like Mommy say, he not one of the, I trust Banks the most driving you, not saying like, they not got other guys, but knowing Banks, like say, we gonna nations together, primary school, Banks start race mountain bike, and then make a transition to road bike, and in that group there, so Banks are one talented young man, and used to like clown their ballet too, so you get good laugh for Banks, and we used to call him Banksito sometimes too. But I'm my brother that, man, and I wish I could have did there. you know, and I don't know if I could talk at the funeral, so I just figure like make I say something, you know. But love your Banks, and I miss your brother, and condolences, so you know the entire family and Mr. Banks, the wife, and Miss Sharon, you know. So condolences to everybody, and we'll meet again sometime in the future. But thank you guys to make us say at least something, and rest in peace, brother.
Yeah, Debo.
Thanks, D.
Yes, I.
I just want to add quickly to what I was saying earlier, that one of the things I truly, truly admired about Banks was his relationship with his daughter. That I mean, true love. I mean, she adored he adored she. That relationship with Banks and Aria was just, you know, off the charts. Her dad was everything. You know. I don't know how else to explain it other than, you know, I mean, they loved each other. So, Aria, I just want you to know we're here for you. If you ever need us, we're here for you. And to the next person I drive my husband, know that I want big, big shoes you have to fold. Please, just know that. All right.
Yep. Thank you very much, guys. Obviously, you guys are so have so much history with Mr. Banks, right? And it shows what type of person he was when I'm listening to all these stories, and we can only aspire to have a heart like Mr. Banks, you know, the genuine man that was. And I will tell you guys a story, you know, after I read something, but something really caught my attention that Paulina's Funeral Home posted, and it really caught my attention because it kind of embodied what I knew of Mr. Banks and the kind of person he is, and this would have been the message that he would have wanted to share. If he was talking right now, he would have been telling the ones that love him, this is what he would have been saying, right? And you know, obviously they post this online. You know, a lot of people might not have the opportunity to read it or see it, but I just wanted to take a minute. The first time I saw it, I thought of Banks, and I said, you know what, on the show I will read this. Don't cry for me, I will be okay. Heaven is my home now, and this is where I'll stay. Don't cry for me, I am where I belong. I want you to be happy and try to stay strong. Don't cry for me, it was just my time. But I will see you someday on the other side. Don't cry for me, I am not alone. The angels are with me to welcome me home. Don't cry for me, for I have no fear. All my pain is gone, and Jesus took my tears. Don't cry for me. This is not the end. I'll be waiting here for you when we meet again. I thought that was beautiful.
Well said. Well said.
I thought it was beautiful, and it was something that he would recite. For example, that story you told when the shots were fired, he was looking after you and not himself, right? That's the kind of person he was. I've known Banks 6 years now since I moved to Belize, and that guy shows up to work, you know, every day. He's at the shop, you know, times when you may have something to do, he's there knocking out the jobs. And you go in that shop, everyone else is talking and moving around and socializing. He's back there with his apron on, and he's working, and like what folks said, every job he can get done. Right, and he's so willing to help you. You know, my greatest story about him is you know, around the sea race doing this. So every Saturday I come out. You know, I ride from Boom to the Start, but I bring my little toolkit with me and my phone, because if I get a flat, you know, on the way during the race, I don't need that stuff. So you know, the first time I asked Banks, I said, "Hey, Banks, you know, hold, you know, please, phone and the toolkit." Yes, man, sure, no problem, right? Good. Next week again, right? Banks was. So now by the third week now, I understand nothing, no, right? I just ride up. Banks still like this, right? Just look around and wait, actually wait for help. Actually wait for help, like kind of person he is, right? So like I could have given anybody that and just random people, but Banks actually showed up there, and that he assumed that as a part of his responsibility, you know, right? So that hit me. I mean, a simple gesture like that hit me so hard. Like, this man is really thinking about me.
That's fun.
You know? And I told my brothers that back at the farm, that story. I said, I'll repeat that story on the show. But that's the kind of person Wilbert Banks Jr. was, you know? Affectionately known as Yellow, that the man we know, right? And that's how I will remember him. A guy who wants to help everyone, and you know, no big deal or nothing about it. He's just willing to do it, and this is the last pose that I saw of him, which is humility and just willing to help, right? So, you know, we'll miss him. I'll miss him. And it's funny when I'm racing and I'm looking over at, you know, at the camera, and I don't see him driving you. I'm like, we're gonna have with Banks today.
Yeah.
You know, that kind of like, first thing I'm thinking about, my Bally Banks today, man. You know, so you know, great individual. Like I said, you know, we can all aspire to have his heart, his compassion, his love for people, his love for what he does. I am very grateful that I had the opportunity to know him personally and you know, to be with him at these races. And condolences to his entire family. He was well loved, as you can quite see. Condolences to Andrew and his family. He was like a son, a brother, an uncle to the whole family. And condolences to his daughter. Yeah, we'll miss him.
Thanks, Dee. You want to say a final words, Mr. Logan?
Yes, I want to thank the family here as a Wheel Turn family. Been here for 2 weeks. Went here fast. Unfortunately, I'm leaving. I will not make the funeral. Again, my condolences go out to the entire family there. I wish I was there because I would be right there with you every step of the way. But I will be there watching. Whoever is doing the videotape, I'll be watching. I think we're going to talk about it a little bit more about it too, so to help them out. But I just want to thank being on the show. He called me yesterday and said, honored to be on the show and we're doing a country. And I said, yes, I'll be right there. So anything I told Mr. Donis, I would be there in my powers, I could do it. So again, thank you for the time. Thank you for the love. So much love. I was telling Mr. Donis on you know, 2 little quick stories. Mr. Ferguson, I believe I met today. I'm well known now because of you, you know, Mr. Donis, and I want to thank you to do. And Sunday was a race. When I met Miss D finally, we've been playing cat and mouse herself. She's been with her family, but I'm so happy that I got to meet the queen, Mr. Donis. She is very a queen, and she embraced me, and just the love that I get. Sean Stewart tell me, oh, I can't talk to you no more. Now you're on the show and you're a celebrity. One thing, folks, I want to let you know that I give my best to Mr. Donis. I'm in Boston, Massachusetts. I watch every show. I try to support the cyclists. I'm going to keep doing this. Banks is gone. The Zoom went down. We got that in because this is what he do. And I want to see it. The fans want to see it. Everyone wants to just keep it going. So I don't know how it is in your power. The grace of God will find you to be on that bike and love it and cherish it even more for Mr. Banks and keep it going because that's what he would want you to do.
Right, exactly.
So I just want to say thank you. All the love that I've got. Some big excitement, Mr. Wade. You know, I mean, it was a pleasure. You say he was looking for me this morning, but you know, it's been pretty hectic and busy for myself too. But I squeeze time in here for you know, make sure he's eating. You know, and enjoy his Carlton soup. You know, and Miss D, I hope you enjoy your present from my wife, my lovely wife Sharon.
Yes.
So, you know, we'll be back. I don't know when. I'm hoping soon.
The grandbabies, they say, want to thank your granddaughter for their Easter basket too.
My Nevaeh Faber. I don't know if she's watching right now. I call her my little chicken wing, you know, so that's my heart too. She's keeping me going, my lovely wife. Thank you. I don't know if she's watching right now. She's probably working, but just thank you for all the love the last 2 weeks. You got Mr. Catus, who came to me, you know, hey, I saw your show, good job, thank you for all the support, and I will keep doing this, and I to promise Mr. Adonis, if my willing, I can get up in the morning and work and get that check, I give a contribution to the, every month to the food, and I keep going, and it's, I want to work more with Mr. Adonis, and the juniors. I met a couple of junior ladies the other day, and he and Mr. Nigel was talking about it. Stewart, we want to start working with the juniors. Real quick, I know there was a Facebook picture that I saw. It was the other day or yesterday. There was a gentleman that got on. He was a bike. He says, "If you're upset, jump on the bike. If you're angry at somebody, jump in your bike. If you have problems and you can't solve it, jump on your bike. Because that will not solve the problem, but that will ease the situation."
True.
I was thinking about.
Very sorry.
One more. I was just thinking about instead of grabbing a gun, grab a bike.
Yep.
Yeah.
Put down the guns.
Grab a
Pick
bike.
up the bike.
It doesn't solve anything. It doesn't for anybody because it just not hurts your family. It hurts everybody else's family too. So please, thank you all again for all the love that you guys give me in the last 2 weeks. Really, really appreciate it. I'll never forget it. And hopefully be back on the show
Yeah, man.
another time.
Thank you again,
Thanks,
Kev.
Kev. We
Thanks.
love
It was a
having you.
pleasure. Yeah, man. My beautiful wife, you want to say your closing words?
I can say definitely thank you to Kev, your wife, I replaced my candle, by the way, I love candles, so the one in my room is the new one from her, first of all. Yeah, thanks to D-Wade, your new co-host, I think he has been doing an exceptional job.
Yes, yes.
Exceptional, and of course my boys, I love the bond that we have as family. My boys would, they would come in the morning and, well, Alexei and I live together, so, Alexei would kiss me on the forehead, good morning, Mom, and so I thank God every day for my family and the love that we have. We've been through challenges. This week has been, the past couple of weeks has been a trying week. I just buried my brother, now Banks, then
My cousin.
Andrew's cousin, and I was very close to him, and now my friend Kimani's son, and my condolences goes out to all of them. But for me, because I've been so close to these people, it hurts a lot, but nonetheless, like I said, I am thankful to God for giving me such a wonderful family. Like everybody else, we've had challenges, but we're here, standing strong, so, thank you.
And
Very happy.
you know what? And that's one of the things that I admire about you guys. Remember the first time I came on the show, that energy from the family and everyone, from Drew and now George's babies, and that makes me wanna be a part of the show, and that makes me wanna do my best for you guys. That's when I'm here, I wanna come prepared. I wanna help however I can to make your show better, because I see the amount of commitment by everyone else, and I just want to add that as well. So thank you for giving me the opportunity to do that. We'll continue to do that, and we'll make this show the #1 show, not only in Belize but across the nation.
Yes.
Because I think what you are doing here, it's amazing, and I just love to be a part of it.
Thank you.
And even though DND is all the way in Chicago, DND and Cher, has a lot of input, from time to time. So thanks to them too.
Yeah, so before I close off, again we dedicated this night tribute to WILBERT Banks Jr., aka Yellow. You will be never be, you are a part of us. I asked that the family give me a picture so I could stick up on the wall where I work. I left your apron there and I wash it. I left the coke there. We are not touch it because it will leave there as long as as possible. We'll have it there. I want to thank his family, his entire family, for giving me the opportunity to have him in my life, you understand? I definitely want to do that. We go years and years together. I consider my son. We consider each other buddies. At the shop, we don't act as like boss and workman. We bond together like friends, like that link that holds the chain together. And that's why I love about like I always boast about my working environment. We are like, we don't have friction, like, this one, that, whatever. We operate as a unit. And so that's something I'm thankful for. Mr. Banks showed me all that. I want to thank his family, his mom, stepmom, dad, daughter, and all the family. They showed me love when I got around the family. It's nothing but love from that family. And so I will continue to be a part of their family. Mr. Banks will come to my shop anytime I want. In area, I don't promise. I don't promise to care out, right? So, but thank you guys. I want to say a big thank you to the Cycling Federation of Belize that collaborated with Erdon's Bike Shop for having that beautiful ride on Sunday. So, thank you. Miss Letty did a whole lot of work. Carl get the people involved. I know we had the Ladyville precinct. We had three sergeants, I think Barrow, Sutherland, and Claire. We had the city administrator who makes sure we make safe in the city, Ms. Charlene Rodon, and we had Mr. Kevin Jenkins from the traffic department. So we want to thank them. They definitely made this Sunday tribute ride a success, beautiful. So thank you guys again, and folks, thank each and everyone who tuned in tonight, shared their kind words. Say rest in peace, Mr. Banks. I have a big job on the day of the funeral. The family told me that I want to be the eulogy. So I don't know. I got my beautiful wife beside me to help me if I break down, folks. I'm just human, really I'm this guy. But last but not least, each and every one, you guys here on the show, my beautiful family, and last but not least, my beautiful wife. Let me get a kiss.
I think you should end that every night. Every show you should end that like that.
Well, then, folks, have a blessed and safe night, and let us keep the Banks, the Stewart family, in our prayers, young Aria and the entire crew, and the funeral day, we'll see you again. So, with that said,
Donis, one quick thing. Is there like a donation thing set up for Banks? You might want to mention that.
There is a bank account. It's if they visit my page, or Donis Bike Shop page, or Andrew Donis, they will see it's Miss Charlene Banks, and they have the whole the information there, so they can definitely pledge to that account,
Excellent.
And there's a number that you can call.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Yep.
Thanks.
But we are out.
As the wheels turn, every Thursday night we pedaling. As the wheels turn, racing through the streets and through the hills. As the